Hello, hi all. How are you all doing? I'm doing good. Today I'm coming to you with a review video. I not completed, but I completed two books of a series, and I loved the both the books. So I thought I'll come to you with the reviews. I did do standalone reviews, but I thought I'll come to you with a detailed review of these books, and that is the Shiva trilogy. So I have just read two books in the series, The Immortals of Meluha and The Secret of the Nagas. So I am yet to purchase the third book, but I'm eagerly waiting for that, and I'll soon purchase the third book in the series. So the first book here in the Shiva trilogy is The Immortals of Meluha. Now this is the beginning, book one, and this book speaks about Shiv Bhagwan, as a man of flesh and bones whose karma rose him to the position of a god. So it's a very interesting story. In this story, we learn about Shiva, we learn about his Guna tribe, the tribe that he lives in, and how he uh, reaches a place, or how his destiny takes him to the place where he was supposed to be, how he falls in love with Sati, how he abolishes a very unlawful or wrong law, how he wins the heart of people there, how he tries to find the evil. So, all this is the story in this book. And so, this book speaks about Shiva's journey um, to his destiny, to finding his destiny, and uh, to finding Sati, and to finding very loyal people like Nandi or Parvateshwar, very loyal and very courageous, very brave. Um, it also involves a war, and in this book, the author has described the cities in so much detail that you can see the cities actually. It's like in your mind you can actually see the cities, and also the war techniques. The author has explained it in such detail and in such descriptive way that you can it's not boring. So it is descriptive, but it's not boring. It's like you can see the war going on in front of you. It's like watching a movie. And while reading a book, that is one thing that always fascinates me, when I can see the book, when I can see the story as a movie in front of my eyes. So it's very fascinating. So yeah, this book speaks about the war that happens with Swadeep, and how Shiva realizes whether it's the right thing to do. So it speaks about a lot of conflicts in his mind. So this is an awesome book. Please do read it. So this ended on a cliffhanger. I forgot to tell you that this book ends on a cliffhanger, and I was just dying to know what happens next. So the next book in the series is The Secret of the Nagas, and this book takes the story from the cliffhanger where this first story left us. So the story takes us from there, and then here we are introduced to the Nagas, to the queen of the Nagas, to the lord of the people, and it's like meeting Ganesh and Kali Mata. So the characters are again as are depicted as in flesh and bones, but this is the story, and in this story, Shiva travels through the length and breadth of the country to find evil. So initially, we think that the Nagas might be evil, but then we realize that Nagas are not the evil. So yeah, so then Shiva finds out what the actual evil is. Not actually, but he goes through the path of finding what the actual evil is. And here we also see Shiva and Sati being blessed with a baby boy, and it's a very fun story, very fascinating, a page turner, very interesting, and there are so many turns and twists that it keeps you hooked up to the book. And I did guess some of the twists, some of the turns, but most of them were a surprise. And there is one big revelation happening at the end of this book, which is a very big surprise, a shocker in that. And you should definitely read this to see what the shocker is. And this again ends in a cliffhanger, so I'm just dying to read the third book. I've heard the third book is not as good as the first and second book, but I highly doubt that, because the first two books were awesome, and I'm sure the third book might also be good. Anyways, I would love to read the book to see what the actual evil is, and to learn what happens after the cliffhanger, and how the story goes forward, how Shiva's journey, how Sati's journey goes forward. So it's very interesting to know. So I'm just dying to read the third book. I will finish the third book soon, and then I'll come up with a review for all the three books to you. Until then, until we meet next Saturday, bye.